subscribe, like the video, and, if possible, join Patreon. But if you don't have much money, you can support the channel by watching the novels on euroaudiobooks.com. Remember that you can participate in the polls so that your favorite novel gets published for free.
001. The legendary Super Saiyan AI, G. 777 years. The seventh universe. The Wampa star located in the remotest part of the northern Milky Way. Yellow sand was flying all over the sky, and the scorching sun scorched everything on the earth. Looking around, it is an endless barren land, full of potholes. However, right on the hot ground, a burly man with a shirtless upper body and a pair of dilapidated tights and an animal skin skirt appeared on the lower body. This person is seriously making barbecue. Even in the face of the scorching sun, he turns a blind eye and seems to be used to everything here. Rustle. At this moment, there was a rustling sound all around. As if smelling the smell of food, countless giant spiders swarmed towards the man. However, the man just glanced at the group of giant spiders that were besieging them, and those spiders seemed to have given birth to wisdom. All of a sudden, they retreated in unison, as if feeling some kind of mysterious fear. This fear keeps them from moving on. This person is the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, who will be born once every 1,000 years in Saiyan legend. However, the soul in his body is Su-Han, a traveler from another world. 40 years ago, Su-Han made a mistake and traveled to the world of Dragon Ball. Not only became a Broly, but also has a super bloodline. However, just when Su-Han thought he was going to slap Beerus, step on Vegito, and Tien started the game, but because King Vegito was afraid that Su-Han's growth would affect his rule, he directly sent the young Su-Han Lu to the planet Wampa, which was the most resource-poor, and let him fend for himself. Because Wampa Star was too barren, even the Frieza army was unwilling to go there. So Su-Han was directly trapped in Wampa Star for 37 years. In the past 30 years, Su-Han also tried various methods to leave Wampa Star. The result, without exception, ended in failure. Because the spaceship is broken, and Broly's super blood can't survive in the universe like Super Saiyan God. So even though these 30 years of practice have brought Broly's strength to the point where he can destroy stars and destroy the world, he still can't leave Wampa Star. And the more than 30 years of living on Wampa Planet have brought about a great change in Su-Han's state of mind. At the beginning, Su-Han couldn't talk about these giant creatures at all. But today Su-Han has made their meat into a delicious barbecue. And with his own special spices, the taste is simply crunchy. Although there are many giant beasts in Wampa Star, there is no need to worry about eating here. But Su-Han only has one thought in his heart, that is to leave Wampa Star. After all, the goddess of the Dragon Ball world is so desirable, and he has a legendary bloodline, so he should stand proudly on top of the Dragon Ball world. Broly thinks of ways to leave all the time. Repair the ship. This Broly naturally thought about it, but Wampa Star is too desolate, and there are no available resources at all. Become a Super Saiyan God? Although Super Saiyan can indeed survive in the universe, but apart from Broly, there is no other Saiyan with a heart of justice in Wampa, and even Saiyan Paragus, the only Saiyan besides Broly, passed away last year. This made Broly even more depressed. Could it be that he could only die alone in Wampa Star? Advertisement. It would be great if I could cultivate the power of the gods. Broly sighed, then picked up the barbecue and began to munch on it. Naturally, he also tried to cultivate the power of God. But without Angel's help, he couldn't perceive the breath of God at all, and it was even more impossible to cultivate the power of God. Although the other method can quickly cultivate the power of the gods, it requires 5 Saiyans with a heart of justice to inject the power into their bodies. And this is impossible for the current Broly. Sighing helplessly, Broly ate the barbecue again. However, at this moment, Broly noticed a bright streamer coming from a distance. The moment he saw the two of them, Broly immediately showed surprise on his face. Because he is very familiar with these two guys. One man and one woman, more precisely, one person and one cat. The woman was wearing a dark green suit, holding a staff in her hand, and a light blue angel halo hovered around her neck. A bunch of silver ponytails were raised high, hanging down to her waist. She has a graceful figure and perfect facial features. but her complexion is different from that of ordinary people. The temperament of the whole person is like 1,000-year-old ice, exuding a cool and noble aura. And beside her is a purple fat cat. These two are gods of destruction, Champa and Angel Vados from the 6th universe. Vados, your technique of operating the shuttle box is getting worse and worse, and this time you came to such a desolate place. Gods of destruction, Champa said with a very dissatisfied face. I'm following your orders, Mr. Champa. Vados gave Champa a blank look. The reason why they came to this place by driving the shuttle cube was not because of Lord Champa's blind instructions. Otherwise, they would have left the 7th universe by now. Twitter, aren't I worried that I will be discovered by that guy Beerus? After all, I have collected 6 of the 7 super wishing beads. If I am discovered by that guy Beerus at this juncture, all previous efforts will be wasted. At that time, neither of us will want to eat superfood. Champa pouted, completely refusing to admit his mistake. Vados didn't bother to continue arguing with Champa, but he was about to regroup and leave Wampa. Wait a minute, Vados. Do you smell something? Smelling the fragrance in the air, Champa opened his eyes suddenly, and the expression on his face immediately became greedy. Smells delicious. Hearing this, Vados immediately found the place where the fragrance came from. And the place where the aroma is emitted is Broly's barbecue. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 002. Champa and Vados humanity. This kind of barren planet is actually inhabited by humans? There must be ghosts in it. Vados, you wait here. I'll go see if that guy is a spy sent by Beerus. Champa swallowed and flew directly in the direction of Broly. Hey, Master Champa is still the same. He can't walk when he sees delicious food. Vados shook her head. She naturally understood that Master Champa must want to eat other people's barbecue. But after thinking for a while, she also followed, because the taste of Broly barbecue is too fragrant. Hey boy, are you making these things? These days when he was looking for super wishing beads, he didn't eat much, and the uniquely fragrant barbecue in front of him undoubtedly made Champa salivate. That's right. Broly nodded, and a small, imperceptible smile curved his lips. Then he picked up the barbecue and started to eat it. Broly, who is familiar with the original book, is very clear about the preferences of gods of destruction Champa and Angel Vados. So he didn't directly ask the other party to take him away from Wampa. Instead, I plan to use my own special barbecue. And Broly has more than 30 years of barbecue experience. He believes that his barbecue is absolutely irresistible to Champa and Vados. These roasts are flavored with my secret spices. Broly smiled and introduced his own barbecue. Gulu. Seeing Broly's actions, Champa's stomach growled in disbelief. Human, do you know who I am? I am the gods of destruction, the most supreme gods of destruction in the entire universe. I now give you a chance to serve me and dedicate these barbecues to me. Champa folded her arms across her chest and looked at Broly with a haughty expression on her face. As gods of destruction, he has always been offered by others to contribute food, so he would not ask for it himself. So he not only wants to eat these barbecues, but also wants the other party to contribute all of them to himself. And Angel Vados on the side also had no eyes to continue watching. Although she also wanted to taste the taste of these uniquely fragrant barbecues, she couldn't be as cheeky as Master Champa. What is gods of destruction? Can it be eaten? Broly didn't look at Champa at all, but instead looked at Angel Vados beside Champa. I have to say that Vados' figure is really perfect, except for the special skin color. Other places are simply in line with Broly's aesthetics. Oh, you wild boy. How dare you ignore the gods of destruction? I think you've come to the end of your life. Advertisement Broly's answer annoyed Champa. If this was placed in the 6th universe, those humans would definitely take the initiative to contribute food to themselves, but this wild boy in front of him is so ignorant. That being the case, there is no need for me to waste my words with the other party. Just destroy it directly. These barbecues are still my own. Forget it, Master Champa. This human being lives alone on this planet, probably unaware of the existence of gods of destruction. If Mr. Champa cares about these things, he probably won't be able to finish it. Seeing that Champa was going to attack Broly, Angel Vados on the side hastily reminded him. Although what the other party said just now did offend Master Champa, the other party seemed to have no contact with the outside world. Not knowing the existence of gods of destruction is not considered disrespect to gods of destruction. After all, those who do not know are innocent. Of course, Vados is also selfish. Vados was eager to ask Broly how these roasts were made because they tasted so good. If she can learn it too, she still won't have to eat those tasteless bird eggs. What you said is right. If that's the case, forget it. Anyway, it's just a human. It doesn't matter if you kill it or not. Champa said something lightly. Sir, can you share some of these barbecues with us? Vados looked at Broly and said very politely, no problem at all. Broly nodded, picked up the freshly grilled meat, sprinkled it with special spices, and handed it to Vados. No, Master Champa, don't you think this is much simpler? Vados smiled and gave some of the barbecue to gods of destruction Champa. Cut! Champa snorted coldly, although he really wanted to refuse the barbecue that Vados handed over. But his stomach was really disappointing. Taking the roast, Champa took a sip. Then, the whole person was taken aback suddenly, and there was excitement that could not be expressed in words in his eyes. The body began to shake from side to side. Apparently, the grilled meat is too good for Champa. It's so delicious. Simply delicious. Vados is the best food I have ever eaten. After shaking his body from side to side for a long time, finally, Champa let out a scream like an OM. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 003. Shit lale. Dead fat pig. Forehead. Master Champa's reaction is too exaggerated, right? Watching Champa's reaction, Vados had a puzzled look on his face. Really so delicious? Then, Vados took a small bite and slowly tasted it. However, at the moment of the entrance of the barbecue, Vados narrowed his eyes and opened them suddenly, and then covered his cheeks, showing a satisfied expression. This is really delicious. Humph! Vados didn't expect such delicious food to exist in this world. The two quickly cleaned up the barbecue in their hands, and then looked at Broly with unsatisfactory expressions. And Broly generously shared the remaining barbecue with the two of them. Although the taste of these roasts is indeed good, but Broly has eaten for a full 37 years, and it is indeed a bit tired. Sir, if you are willing to tell us the method of making barbecue, I can grant you a wish. After eating the barbecue, Vados looked at Broly and said seriously, she really wants to know how Broly's roasts are made. An ordinary roast can be turned into such super delicacies. No problem at all. I will also cook a lot of delicious food, but the materials on this planet are too poor, and my spaceship is broken again, so I have no way to leave here to find materials. If you can take me out of here and return to Earth, I can not only tell you the secret recipe of barbecue, but also make some super food to thank you. Broly looked at Angel Vados and said very seriously. Although he has no place to go now, Broly thinks it is right to go to Earth first, at least where he can find Son Goku and the others, and he can borrow the universe spaceship from Bulma. In this way, even if you can't survive in the universe, you don't have to worry about being trapped on other planets again. And Broly believes that with the two foodie characters of Vados and Champa, they will definitely not reject themselves. And the result was not what Broly expected. Champa and Vados briefly discussed for a while, and they unanimously decided to agree to Broly to take him away from Wampa Star. However, the two had their own plans. Although they took Broly away from Wampa, they didn't intend to send Broly back to Earth. Instead, he returned to the 6th universe with Broly. Because they had already seen Broly's cooking skills, they naturally didn't want to just give up a master chef who could make super delicacies. Of course, the most important thing is that Broly just said that he can make more super food, and Champa thinks that even the super delicacy obtained by wishing on the Super Shenron is probably only this level. So how could he let Broly go so easily? Then Vados took out the shuttle cube, and Broly, who was indulging in the joy of leaving Wampa, never expected that the two of them would bring themselves to the 6th universe. When he recovered, the three had left the 7th universe and came to the 6th universe. Although Broly was upset, At least he left the ghostly place of Wampa Star smoothly, and with Vados by his side, he would be able to master the power of God sooner or later. Soon Broly accepted the status quo very quickly. However, just as they arrived at the Gods of Destruction world, a system prompt sounded in Broly's ear. Ding! It is detected that the host has entered the 6th Universe Gods of Destruction realm, and the system activation is complete. Department System. Broly froze in place after hearing the voice in his head. Because the moment the system prompt sounded, he had already been pulled into the system space. It's really a system? 37 years. Broly really wanted to yell at the sky. Dog system. Do you know how I have spent these 37 years? Ding! It has been detected that the host's transcendent bloodline has a defect. Will the host repair it? Advertisement blood defect? System. What will happen if it is repaired? Broly was not in a hurry to ask the system to help repair the blood defect, but instead expressed his doubts. It's not a flaw to become a Super Saiyan without losing your mind, at least not for the current Broly. Because Broly has thoroughly mastered the power of the Super Bloodline through training. Even if he becomes a stronger Super Race form, he will not lose control at all. So if this is what the system says is the defect, then there is no need. Ding! Friendly reminder. After the defects of Chuanchao bloodline are fixed, the host will be able to survive in the universe, and there will be no upper limit for the host's strength improvement. What? Can survive in the universe? Hearing this, Broly's body froze for a moment, and then the expression on his face immediately became excited. Fix immediately. This sentence, Broly almost roared out. Being able to survive in the universe means that his bloodline will become more perfect. Even if you don't practice the power of God, you can still fly at high speed in the universe. Being able to survive in the universe, I no longer have to worry about being trapped in Wampa Planet like before. As for the improvement of strength, there will be no upper limit. This is even stronger. Start repairing the blood defect. The system's voice reappeared in Broly's head. In an instant, heart-piercing pain spread through Broly's limbs. But Broly completely endured it without making a sound. Physical pain is simply too weak compared to my 37 years of life in Wampa. 2.5 minutes later, the blood defect has been completely repaired. Although the body has not changed much, Broly can clearly feel that he can survive in the universe at this moment. After the bloodline repair was completed, Broly's consciousness exited the system space. Then came the sound of Champa's pig cry. It's amazing. Not only did I find the 6th super wishing bead this time, but I also got a super chef. Yee yee yee. The next food competition, Beerus. I will let you experience the taste of despair. Back in the Gods of Destruction world, Champa immediately burst out laughing triumphantly. The scene of him defeating Beerus in the food competition has already appeared in his mind. Master Champa, pay attention to your image. Vados looked at Champa, who laughed and screamed, and reminded helplessly. Cut. Vados is none of your business. Champa snorted coldly, then turned his gaze to Broly, who was aside. Hey, human kid, don't you know how to make other super delicacies? Hurry up and make them for me now. Let me have a good taste. Champa clasped her hands in front of her chest and said arrogantly. However, his move made Broly very upset. It's okay to bring myself to the 6th universe without my own consent, but now I still put on a high-ranking posture. If Broly's bloodline has not been repaired, then Broly may choose to endure. But now that Broly can survive in the universe, he will naturally not let Champa continue to show off his might. Ding! Faced with the threat of the Gods of Destruction Champa, the host is asked to make a choice. Option 1. Obediently cook food. Reward. 3 times Kaioken. Option 2. Refuse to make gourmet food. Reward. Shindo 10. Option 3. Refuse to make delicious food and let Champa know that he is not easy to mess with. Reward. Transcend Saiyan's 4th level transformation. Looking at the options given by the system, Broly chose 3 without hesitation. Without my consent, you brought me to this place, and you still want me to cook food for you? Hey shit, dead fat pig. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 004. Champa, hey shit, you fat pig. Broly took a breath, then growled loudly. What did you say? Although Champa didn't quite understand what shitlale meant, he could hear the three words dead fat pig very clearly. Thinking of this, Champa trembled on the spot with the swollen flesh on his angry face. Blood pressure soars rapidly. You humble human BD, it's your honor to bring you to the 6th universe. You dare to insult gods of destruction. I must let you know the horror of gods of destruction today. It's okay for Broly to call him shit, but he dared to call him a fat pig. This is the most unacceptable thing for Champa. Champa admits that his figure is indeed not good, but he absolutely does not allow others to say that he is fat. And Broly's sentence, a fat pig, accurately hit Champa's back scales. Champa was in a rage, and the rage took over his brain completely. Don't give Broly a good lesson. It's hard to vent the anger in his heart. Even if Broly is a super master chef, if he offends himself, he must be punished. But for the sake of the other party's ability to cook delicious food, Champa would naturally consider keeping him alive. But the death penalty is inevitable. Then, a purple flame erupted from Champa's body immediately. A golden energy bomb gathered in the palm of his hand. Ah! Master Champa, please be merciful. At this moment, Angel Vados' expression was a little flustered, because she could see that Master Champa was really angry. Insulting the gods of destruction is indeed a capital offense. But in order to be able to eat delicious food every day in the future, Vados still couldn't bear to see Broly being killed by Champa like this. Shut up, Vados. I have my own measure. Champa glanced at Vados and then directly blasted the energy ball in his hand at Broly. Facing the oncoming attack, Broly easily dodged Champa's energy ball by turning sideways. Want to fight? Just what I want. Facing the huge momentum emanating from Champa, Broly showed no fear. Even seemed a little excited. Although Broly has a strong combat power, he has never had the chance to fight head-on with a powerful opponent during the 37 years he was trapped on Wampa Star. And now, feeling the powerful oppression sweeping from Champa, the belligerent factor in Broly is also active at this moment. In addition, the system gives high rewards. Just right. Get your hands on Champa today. And Broly also really wants to know how big the gap is between the strength of himself and gods of destruction Champa after 37 years of training in Wampa Star. Oops! He was able to avoid Master Champa's attack. It seems that we all underestimated him. Vados raised his gaze slightly and landed on Broly. Facing Lord Champa's strong coercion, not only did he not have the slightest fear, but he was full of fighting spirit and seemed to be looking forward to a battle with Lord Champa. TSK Tisk. Vados clicked his tongue in surprise. She didn't understand if Broly didn't know the horror of gods of destruction, or if it was all dependent. Although judging from the aura emanating from Broly's body, Broly's strength is indeed strong among ordinary humans. But compared with Mr. Champa, this level of strength is simply not in the same dimension. Arrogant wild boy, don't think that you can make some delicacies to be wild in front of gods of destruction. I want you to know the horror of gods of destruction. Advertisement gods of destruction, Champa said with a gloomy face. Although he knew that Broly was just a wild boy with little knowledge, if he dared to say that he was fat, he must be punished. But it's good to teach Broly a meal. After all, this will allow him to honestly make delicious food for himself every day. Rumble. At the same time, accompanied by bangs of explosions, a terrifying aura erupted from gods of destruction Champa's body. And at the moment of this terrifying energy explosion, the entire gods of destruction world of the 6th universe shook violently, as if fearing Champa, the ruler of the 6th universe. Let me see how strong gods of destruction is. Broly smiled heartily, and then he didn't dare to neglect. Drink Under Broly's low cry, his original fighting power of tens of billions increased exponentially at this moment, and soon reached hundreds of billions. Grass-green energy flames erupted from Broly's body. At the moment when the energy arrogance burst out, Broly's muscles all over his body swelled up, and his whole body doubled in strength. The original black hair was completely transformed into grass green at this moment. That's right. This is Broly's teleportation form. Facing the mighty gods of destruction Champa, Broly didn't dare to push himself up and directly turned into the form of passing super. Although it's only the first level of Super Saiyan, Broly's aura has reached a very terrifying level at this moment. What a powerful breath! After Broly turned into Saiyan, Vados' pretty face immediately revealed a look of surprise. Just now she wondered why Broly was so calm in the face of Lord Champa. It turned out that he didn't know the power of gods of destruction, but he also has very strong strength himself. Although the key that Broly released at this moment was nothing to Vados, among the strong human beings, he was still one of the few outstanding ones. However, it was limited to this. Judging from Broly's current strength, it was still impossible for him to be the opponent of Lord Champa. The strength of the two is still several dimensions behind. Good boy, no wonder you dare to be so arrogant in front of gods of destruction. It turns out you have some strength, but your strength is vulnerable in the eyes of gods of destruction. Looking at Broly, who has become a Super Saiyan, Champa was a little surprised. But that's all. In the face of the powerful strength of gods of destruction, this level of strength is simply vulnerable. Call out. Champa raised his arm, and a purple energy bomb quickly gathered, and then blasted towards Broly's body at a speed that was hard to catch with the naked eye. Although the purple energy bomb is not destructive energy, the energy it contains is still very terrifying. However, in the face of Champa's powerful blow, Broly did not dodge or dodge, allowing Champa's energy bombs to bombard himself. Boom! The moment the purple energy bomb exploded, a violent energy explosion immediately occurred. Then thick smoke and dust directly enveloped Broly's body. You didn't dodge it. You're really looking for a dead end. Seeing this scene, Champa sneered disdainfully. Although I didn't use the real force in that blow just now, the strength is definitely not weak. And Broly actually wanted to use his body to defend himself against his moves, which Champa thought was downright stupid. However, in the next second, Champa was completely dumbfounded. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 005. Transcend the third level of Saiyan, shocking Champa. The black smoke dissipated, but Broly was unharmed. Not only that, Broly's aura not only didn't drop, but increased a lot. What? This guy is fine. Champa's eyes froze. He was hit by his own energy bullet in the front, and this guy was unharmed? It shouldn't be. Even if his strength is not weak, if he is hit by his own energy bomb head-on, he must be seriously injured even if he doesn't die, right? However, it is not difficult to see from the opponent's aura that his attack not only failed to hurt the opponent, but made his aura stronger. Sure enough, only by competing with a strong opponent can my strength improve faster. Feeling his aura of becoming stronger, Broly's face showed uncontrollable excitement. Although Broly also adopted this cultivation method when he was on Wampa Star, the damage that Paragus can cause to himself is simply too low. So even if his own Saiyan blood can become stronger in battle, the speed of becoming stronger through the battle with Paragus is very slow. But the gods of destruction in front of me is completely different. Just being hit by the opponent's energy bomb, Broly could clearly feel that his strength had improved. If you continue to fight, your strength will definitely continue to soar. Thinking of this, Broly became excited. Come on, let me see how awesome Gods of Destruction is. After speaking, the corner of Broly's mouth twitched, and then he took the initiative to attack. In Gods of Destruction, Champa didn't have time to think about it. As Gods of Destruction, he couldn't be afraid of a small human being. Then Champa's figure flashed and rushed directly towards Broly. Both of them clenched their fists tightly and then slammed into each other fiercely. Boom! The moment Broly and Champa's fists collide, the entire Gods of Destruction world began to shake violently. The powerful aftermath of energy spread rapidly around the location where the two fists collided. Crack, click! With the crackling sound, spider web-like cracks appeared on the ground under the two of them. Chilla. Then Broly's body quickly backed up for thousands of meters before stabilizing his figure, and his feet even forcibly wiped out two gullies on the ground. Can resist my fist. Champa stared at Broly with dark eyes. Although Broly was punched thousands of meters by himself, Champa was not satisfied with the result. I am the gods of destruction, dealing with a small human being, not defeating the opponent in an instant. This is a very failure for Champa. The power of gods of destruction seems not as powerful as I imagined. Looking at the gloomy gods of destruction, Champa, Broly said with a slightly mocking tone. At this moment, he could only feel the militant factor in his body cheering, eager for a collision of strength and strength. Smug wild boy, if it weren't for the fact that you know how to make delicious food, you would have died 10,000 times. Hearing this, Champa's face completely darkened. Now he doesn't want to continue to retain his strength. He wants to let this arrogant guy know how powerful gods of destruction is. And even if he really accidentally killed the other party in the end, Vados still has a way to bring him back to life. Shwa! The moment Champa's voice fell, the purple-black energy flames covering him suddenly exploded. Call out! Champa's body flashed out instantly, appearing directly in front of Broly. What? Well, so fast. Advertisement. Broly's eyes widened. He didn't expect Champa to be so fast. Then, without the slightest hesitation, he crossed his arms to protect his chest reflexively. The moment Champa's fist landed on Broly's arm, Broly felt as if his body had been hit by a train. Then he smashed his arms to his chest. Boom! Accompanied by a low sound, Broly's body flew upside down like a fired shell. Boom! Rumble! It was only after his body crashed into several mountains that Broly struggled to stabilize his body. The sharp pain in his chest made Broly spit out a mouthful of blood, wiping away a trace of blood from the corner of his mouth. Broly's face, once again, showed an expression of excitement. Is this the power of gods of destruction? It's really strong. But the stronger the power Champa displayed, the more excited the Broly class was. He was even worried that Champa would not use all his strength to fight himself. Otherwise, how can one's strength and combat experience be improved? Chi. Wild boy, now you know how powerful gods of destruction is. Your strength is completely vulnerable to gods of destruction. Stay in the gods of destruction world honestly, and I can make delicious food for me every day. Not only can I save your life, but I can also teach you 2 tricks by the way. Gods of destruction. Champa looked at Broly smugly. It seems that Broly's strength is indeed super strong among human beings. But in front of himself, gods of destruction, it is still not enough. Is he laughing? Seeing Broly's reaction, Vados frowned slightly, because he noticed that the other party was actually smiling at the moment. After being punched by Master Champa, this guy can still laugh. No, his breath hasn't dropped. Vados looked at Broly with a solemn face, and at this moment she noticed that although Broly was injured, his breath had not decreased. The strength of gods of destruction is indeed very strong, but my strength is not as weak as you think. After speaking, Broly's eyes turned cold. Then a roar came from Broly's mouth. The moment the roar came out, the ki on Broly's body soared exponentially again. Crackling, lightning visible to the naked eye lingered around Broly's body. Rustling. However, at the moment when the grass-green flames gushed out, some changes took place in Broly's body. The fake, bushy eyebrows disappeared, replaced by 2 particularly prominent brow bones. The grass-green hair behind her grew rapidly and finally fell on Broly's back. Coupled with the thunder and lightning surrounding the grass-green arrogance around his body, Broly at this moment looks extremely domineering. What? What's going on here? Why did this guy's ki rise so much in an instant, Vados? Do you know? Champa looked at Broly with a look of surprise. He thought that after being punched by himself, Broly would definitely be powerless to fight anymore. Unexpectedly, Broly's strength was explosively improved in an instant. Champa even felt that Broly was already in the same dimension as himself at this moment. P.S. The new book set sale. Please ask for flowers and comments. If someone likes to read it, the author will update it. Please support. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 006. The power of gods of destruction is too weak. I don't know, Master Champa. However, according to my guess, this should be an ability that can transform instantly to improve strength. Angel Vados shook his head. She was also very surprised by Broly's sudden increase in strength. Because at the beginning, the strength Broly displayed was indeed very ordinary. But his strength has been improved thousands of times in the instant just now. And in this way, the result of this contest becomes elusive. After all, the aura emanating from Broly's body at this moment is not weaker than Mr. Champa's in the slightest. And this guy just hid his strength, that is to say, maybe after becoming this form, he still has something to hide. If that's the case, on the premise that Mr. Champa doesn't use the power of destruction, it's really not easy for the two to decide the winner quickly. An ability to improve strength through instant transformation? It turned out to be like this. No wonder his strength has improved so much all of a sudden. Champa nodded and had to say the power that Broly erupted just now really shocked him. And Champa is also the first time to see a human being who can burst out with such a powerful force. Feeling the energy released by the third level of Saiyan passed by Broly, the face of gods of destruction Champa showed a war-thirsty desire. Unexpectedly, the human being brought back from the universe of Beerus is not only a cooking genius but also a fighting genius. This made Champa more and more excited. If that guy Beerus knew, he would definitely be very angry. Ye boy, I have to say that your strength really shocked me. But even so, compared to gods of destruction, your strength is still far behind. Gods of destruction Champa said proudly. Yeah, then give it a try. If it's really what you said, then I'll be even more excited. The corner of Broly's mouth twitched slightly, revealing an excited smile. If the strength of gods of destruction is as Champa said, then he can definitely make himself stronger by fighting Champa. After Broly's voice fell, his body turned into a grass-green light and flashed out. The speed was extremely fast, and it reached gods of destruction Champa almost instantly, and then punched out without hesitation. He didn't use all his strength for this punch, but reserved it because he also wanted to test whether Champa's words were true or not. Seeing Broly's fist strike, Champa's face suddenly changed. He didn't expect Broly's speed to be so fast. In desperation, he could only fight with his fists. Boom! Advertisement, however, at the moment when the two fists collided. Gods of destruction, Champa's body fell back hundreds of meters, and his legs were inserted into the ground, and he plowed for hundreds of meters before he stabilized his body. I thought you could catch my fist by standing still, but it doesn't look like that. Looking at the gods of destruction Champa, who was knocked back by his punch, Broly said in a somewhat indifferent tone. He just wanted to test the depth of Champa, but he didn't expect that the other party was sent flying hundreds of meters by his punch. You must know that with that punch just now, I didn't use all my strength at all. Hateful, Champa clenched his fist tightly and said through gritted teeth. I did underestimate you a little too much, but I was just a little careless just now, and things like that won't happen again. Champa clenched his fists, clearly taking it seriously, although he knows that the other party is absolutely impossible to be his opponent. But as a gods of destruction, he was actually repelled by a human, which really made him a little unacceptable. That's the best. If the strength of gods of destruction is too weak, it will be boring. Broly smiled slightly. From the simple fight just now, Broly feels that Champa's strength should be in the same dimension as his Super Saiyan 3rd level. So there shouldn't be much difference in strength between the two. But one thing is for sure, through the fight with Champa, Broly's strength can definitely be improved to a higher level. Crazy wild boy. Now I will show you the true power of gods of destruction. Said, gods of destruction Champa's clenched fists. There was a crackling sound, and then purple-black flames shot up from Champa's body. And at the moment when the energy flames gushed out, the entire 6th universe trembled. Even those planets that are relatively close to the gods of destruction world have huge cracks appearing at this moment. Oh shit, Master Champa is serious. I haven't seen Master Champa so serious in tens of thousands of years. It seems that he has indeed brought a lot of pressure to Mr. Champa. Angel Vados, with a look of astonishment on his face. I thought it was just an ordinary chef brought back from the 7th universe. But unexpectedly, The chef brought here unexpectedly has the strength to fight against gods of destruction. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 007. Become stronger in battle, finally serious. Feeling the terrifying aura on Champa's body, Broly couldn't stop trembling with excitement. He felt that the militant factor in his body had completely boiled. They desperately need a sweaty battle. Accompanied by a low growl, grass-green flames gushed out of Broly's body again. The militant factor in his body made his muscles tremble with excitement. Then Broly stepped on the ground with his right foot like a beast and shot quickly at Champa's body. The fist slammed hard at Champa's body. However, although Champa looks bloated, his speed is not slow at all. The moment he dodged Broly's attack, his right knee went straight up and hit Broly's chest. Seeing this, Broly didn't dare to be careless, quickly withdrew his fist, and then blocked with both hands in front of his chest. Boom! Champa's knees were all over Broly's arms. Immediately, a powerful force came over, and Broly's body retreated uncontrollably. Rumble! Countless mountain peaks were smashed directly by Broly's body. A shocking trace was plowed on the ground by the terrifying shockwave. Pooh! Is this the true power of gods of destruction? What a blast! Broly stood up, spit out the saliva mixed with blood, gently wiped the stains from the corner of his mouth, and the excited look appeared on his face again. The strength of gods of destruction is indeed much stronger than I imagined. But that's exactly what got Broly excited. Because of the blow just now, his strength has been improved again. It's interesting, you can still stand up, but standing up will only hurt you more. Champa looked at the trembling Broly with a disdainful smile on his face. In his opinion, Broly must have been shocked by his own powerful strength, and his body trembled due to inner fear. As everyone knows, the reason Broly trembled was not because of fear, but because of excitement. The belligerent factor in his body has already boiled at this moment. Are you hurt? That should be my favorite thing. After all, only by constantly getting injured can I become stronger. Broly put away the smile on his face, and then a terrifying chill emanated from his whole body. With a stride, he came directly in front of Champa. Then he waved his fists like a meteor shower and smashed towards Champa. Swoosh! Whoosh! Whoosh! With every punch Broly threw, the air vibrated and swished. But gods of destruction Champa didn't pay attention to it at all. With only a slight movement of his body, he avoided all of Broly's attacks. Stop wasting your efforts. How could this speed hit gods of destruction? Champa directly grabbed Broly's fist and said teasingly. Clearly, he's playing Broly right now. Because he wants to make Broly despair, let him fully understand how big the gap is between humans and gods of destruction. Gods of destruction who can only dodge, nothing special. Seeing the teasing look on gods of destruction Champa's face, Broly shot back unceremoniously. Court death. Hearing this, Champa's expression immediately became gloomy. The moment the voice fell, the right hand formed a fist and directly attacked Broly. Boom! At the moment when the two fists collided, a huge aftermath of energy immediately spread towards the 8 pieces of the world. Advertisement, the gods of destruction world under their feet, has also become torn apart at this moment. And Broly was also hit by Champa's powerful punch, flying several kilometers away, and his body was stabilized after passing through several asteroids in succession. Only with this strength, you should stay in my gods of destruction world and make delicious food for me. Champa looked at Broly smugly. If you want to eat delicious food, beat me first and then talk. Broly gritted his teeth and rushed towards Champa again. A stormy attack was launched again, but such an attack did not seem to have any effect on Champa. While avoiding Broly's attack, Champa looked for an opportunity and directly punched Broly. The punch was so fast that Broly couldn't react at all. Boom! The fist landed heavily on Broly's chest, and the power radiated directly from behind Broly. Wow! A mouthful of acidic water spewed out of his mouth, and Broly's body immediately flew upside down. Boom, boom, boom. The body smashed more than a dozen mountain peaks in succession before it stopped. At this moment, Broly felt that the skeleton in his chest was about to fall apart. Gods of Destruction, Champa's punch was extremely terrifying. Is this the real power of Gods of Destruction? It's really too strong. Broly stood up, then wiped the stain from the corner of his mouth. Although the severe pain from his body made him extremely uncomfortable, his strength also continued to soar along with the pain. Champa, fight with me with all your might. The punch just now was too light. At this moment, Broly had already walked in front of Champa, and then said with a light smile. Although Champa's punch just now was very heavy, Broly didn't show any pain. Because of the pain in the body, compared to my 37 years of loneliness in Wampa, it is not worth mentioning at all. Arrogant wild boy, I didn't see that you still have a tendency to be masochistic. If that's the case, I will fulfill you today. Gods of Destruction, Champa frowned and said indifferently, call out. However, the moment his voice fell, Champa's body disappeared without a trace. When it reappeared, it was already behind Broly, and then it punched Broly hard on the back. Boom! The terrifying force directly sent Broly's body flying. Champa didn't give Broly a chance to stabilize his body at all, and directly hit Broly's chest with a sweep of his legs. Then Broly's body flew upside down again. Bang, bang, bang! Champa kept changing his body, and Broly's body was beaten mercilessly by Champa. Boom! Another blow. Broly's purple calyx was blasted tens of thousands of meters away. The body directly plowed out a long trace on the ground. Hiss, Broly gasped. Now he feels sore all over his body, as if his whole body is about to fall apart. But even so, Broly still has no intention of giving up, because he can clearly feel that Champa's movements are getting slower and slower in his eyes, and this also means that the gap between the two is gradually decreasing. Go on, Champa. This attack is not enough to knock me down, Champa shouted at Champa. Although the severe pain from his body made him feel very uncomfortable, the powerful recovery ability of Chuan Chao's bloodline kept him from falling down easily. And his own fighting power is also getting stronger and stronger in the fights against you. Champa, Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 008. Vados is shocked by the terrifying growth rate. Oh, it's so resistant to beating. If that's the case, don't blame me. With a bloated body and not exercising all year round, Champa is already tired and out of breath. He had already figured it out. As long as Broly gave in and promised to make delicious food for him, he could forgive him for being disrespectful to him. But after hearing Broly's words, the anger in Champa's heart was rekindled. Call out! The bodies of the two disappeared in place almost at the same time, and then they collided fiercely. The moment the two bodies collided together, a huge white explosion circle immediately exploded in the air, and the powerful aftermath of energy crushed all the surrounding planets. And every time the two confront each other, Broly's strength can be improved to a certain extent, and gradually Broly begins to adapt to Champa's speed and strength. Facing Champa's frontal attack, Broly is not afraid at all at this moment, and directly meets it head-on. Boom, boom, boom. Every time Broly and Champa fight, the entire 6th universe will be greatly affected. Even the surrounding space is shaking violently, as if the world is ending. Strange, could it be that Mr. Champa lacks cultivation all the year round, yet he can keep up with Mr. Champa's speed? Angel Vados looked at the two who were still fighting in the air with a look of surprise. Shock was written all over his face, because at this moment Gods of Destruction Champa has been faintly suppressed by Broly. Since you insist on courting death, then I will fulfill you. Champa became more and more irritable when his own moves were continuously resolved by Broly. With a roar, Champa's body flashed again and appeared directly in front of Broly. Then came another blow. However, Champa's actions have been completely seen through by Broly. Then Broly crossed his arms directly in front of his chest. Boom! Champa's fists hit Broly's arms hard. However, Broly's body was not knocked out this time. Instead, his feet rubbed against the ground, and he backed up more than 10 meters before stabilizing his body. What? Although the punch knocked Broly back, Champa had a look of horror on his face. Because of this blow, he didn't hold back at all, and his full-strength blow was completely resolved like this. Gods of Destruction is nothing more than that. I have completely seen through your actions. Broly lowered his arms, even though they were sore. But his strength is also getting stronger and stronger in the confrontation with Champa. See through my movements? After hearing Broly's words, Champa's face was instantly gloomy and terrifying. He didn't believe that a small human could see his movements clearly. Advertisement, this is absolutely impossible in Champa's view. But Broly did see through his action just now, a fact that Champa couldn't deny. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. I am gods of destruction, a small human being. How could I see through my actions? Champa looked at Broly sullenly. If Broly disrespected gods of destruction and just made him feel angry, then gods of destruction Champa at this moment was undoubtedly thoroughly irritated by Broly. As a gods of destruction, Champa felt extremely angry that a small human could see through his movements despite his full strength. I want to take a closer look now. Are you really seeing through my actions? Champa snorted coldly, and then his body flashed again, disappearing without a trace in an instant. When he reappeared, he had come to Broly's side, and without any warning, a whip kicked towards Broly's body. Despite Champa's speed, his movements were slowed down to Broly's eyes, fast but not impossible to catch. Then Broly raised his right arm quickly to block Champa's attack. Boom! The moment the whip kicked Broly's arm, there was a dull crashing sound. However, Broly's body only retreated less than 10 meters and immediately stabilized his body. This guy, he actually saw my attack clearly. Champa looked at Broly in shock. At this moment, he no longer had the arrogance he had before, but his entire face was filled with astonishment. Believe it now. I have completely seen through your actions. Broly flexed his wrists, excited by the growing strength. However, after the words fell, Broly directly took the initiative to attack. With a flash of his body, he rushed towards Champa. Then came a violent attack on Champa. What's going on with his body? In the battle with Lord Champa, he became stronger rapidly. In just a few minutes, his strength has surpassed Lord Champa. At this moment, Angel Vados, who was watching the game, also grew up with a small mouth, with a shocked expression, because this guy's strength and speed are rapidly improving in the process of fighting Lord Champa. From the passive beating at the beginning to the perfect defense later, and now it is terrifying to suppress Master Champa. Even Vados, who is an angel, has encountered this growth rate for the first time. And at this moment, Broly was already fighting harder and harder. Not only his aura was improving rapidly, but his speed was also getting faster and faster. The whole person is in a state of extreme excitement. He suffered so many attacks from Mr. Champa before, but now he seems to be fine, and the more he hits, the more fierce he is. It was as if Master Champa's attack hadn't had any effect on his body at all. Broly's attacks became more and more sharp, and he felt like the blood in his body was boiling, and the battle between him and Champa made his strength improve rapidly. The grass-green flames surrounding the body also became darker in color. Obviously, at this moment, Broly has reached the third-level full attack rate of Super Saiyan. Boom! Accompanied by a low crash sound. Then Gods of Destruction Champa's body was knocked back hundreds of meters by Broly's punch. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 009. The power of destruction. The power of suffocation. Show some real talent, Champa. After knocking Champa away with a punch, Broly said with a light smile. As for Gods of Destruction Champa, who was shaken back, his whole body is not well. His face was gloomy and terrifying, and his eyes were even bloodshot. Aggrieved. As the Gods of Destruction, he was actually suppressed by a small human being, which made Champa feel extremely aggrieved in his heart. A wild boy who doesn't know how to live or die. Champa's fists were clenched. Do you want to use the power of destruction? Although he didn't want to use the power of destruction to deal with a human being, but the strength of this guy can actually become stronger in battle. Champa felt that if he didn't use the power of destruction and allowed this guy to continue to become stronger in the battle, then even his gods of destruction would be completely suppressed by the opponent. I can't care about so much anymore. I must kill this wild boy. The moment gods of destruction Champa roared, huge destructive energy gushed out from his body immediately. And at the moment when the energy gushed out, the entire sixth universe seemed to be afraid of Champa's power and began to tremble violently. The purple-black arrogance is like a long sword, splitting the universe into two halves. And at this moment, the terrifying coercion emanating from gods of destruction Champa is even more breathless. Even Broly, who was in the third-level full attack rate state of Super Saiyan, felt the smell of death at this moment. Master Champa actually used the power of destruction. It seems that he is really angry. Angel Vados looked extremely serious. As an angel, she is very aware of the power of destruction. And from the moment Master Champa uses the power of destruction, Broly has no chance of winning. Thinking of this, Vados shook his head helplessly. Even if she tried to persuade her at this time, Champa would never listen. And Vados can only watch the battle between the two seriously now, hoping to save Broly at the critical moment. After all, after eating the delicacies made by Broly, Vados really can't eat the food of the sixth universe anymore. Go to hell with me, not a wild boy who lives and dies. A cold, angry voice came from Champa's throat, and Champa slammed straight at Broly. Champa, who has used the power of destruction, is more powerful than ever. This punch directly tore apart the space, creating space ripples around it. The speed is astonishingly fast. Even Broly, who is in the state of passing the Super 3 full attack rate, can't see Champa's movements clearly. Seeing this, Broly immediately folded his arms across his chest. Boom! The moment the fist hit Broly's arm, Broly immediately felt his blood surge. Then a mouthful of blood spurted out from the throat. Broly's body flew upside down like an arrow from the string. Boom, boom, boom. The body smashed countless mountain peaks in an instant and finally fell into the ruins thousands of feet away. At this moment, his expression was extremely solemn because he felt that his arms had completely lost consciousness at this moment. Advertisement, this blow, gave Broly a new understanding of the strength of gods of destruction. Is this the gods of destruction after using the power of destruction? The strength is even more terrifying than I imagined. Broly managed to move his arms a bit, but his eyes were fixed on gods of destruction Champa, not daring to be careless. Facing gods of destruction Champa at this moment, Broly understood that he could not be careless, otherwise he would really be killed by the other party in the end. Still alive? Seeing Broly standing up again, Champa sneered disdainfully. I'll see how many attacks you can take from me. After speaking, Champa's body burst out again. Call out! Without any fancy punches, he blasted towards Broly's body again. Come on, not only can I take your attack, I will surpass you little by little. Broly's eyes also shot fiercely at this moment. The belligerence in his body boiled violently. Although Champa's strength was very strong, this kind of strong pressure made the super blood in his body more active. Ha! Broly roared angrily, and grass-green gas flames spewed out from his body again. And at the same time as the gas flames gushed out, Broly's body muscles swelled again. The moment the voice fell, this time Broly did not choose to defend, but directly chose to take the initiative. As soon as his right foot stepped on the ground, the entire ground was suddenly stepped out of a huge sinkhole. The rubble was shot in all directions, and Broly's body had already rushed towards the attacking Champa. Without any hesitation, Broly also greeted him with a punch. Boom! Rumble! The moment the fists collided, the whole world seemed to be silent for a while. Then, accompanied by a deafening explosion, the surrounding planets exploded collectively in an instant. However, it turned into a gorgeous firework and bloomed in universe. Call out! And Broly's body backed out again, flashing across the universe like a comet. Boom! In the end, It hit the ground of gods of destruction directly. The world of gods of destruction, which was already dilapidated, was smashed into a huge sinkhole by Broly's body at this moment. And Broly's body was embedded in the center of the pit. At this moment, there was a blood stain on the corner of his mouth. The blow just now was too powerful. Broly even felt as if every skin in his body was torn apart. Severe pain quickly swept through the whole body. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 010. Broly turned into a golden giant ape, damn it. Can gods of destruction really be invincible? Broly wanted to stand up, but the pain in his body made him barely lift his arms, unable to stand up at all. Calm, alive, great. At this time, Angel Vados also flew over. After noticing that Broly was seriously injured, she was relieved to be alive. He's still alive? He's such a tough guy. In that case, I'll send you off for the last time. Speaking of gods of destruction, Champa immediately raised his arms, and the purple energy in his palm quickly gathered into an energy bomb. Wait, Master Champa, let's stop today's matter. It would be a pity to kill such a fighting genius and culinary genius just like this. And we did bring him to the 6th universe without his consent, and it's only natural that he would be angry. Seeing that Champa refused to let Broly go, Angel Vados hurried forward to persuade him. She really didn't want to see a genius like Broly die like this. Are you kidding me, Vados? Does gods of destruction need a reason to kill people? And he should be honored to bring this guy to the 6th universe. But this wild boy is so clueless. If you don't make good food for me honestly, you still don't pay attention to my gods of destruction. Today I will kill him no matter what. Champa looked at Broly lying on the ground with slightly squinted eyes, not intending to let him go at all. If this guy had confessed earlier and knelt down and begged for forgiveness, I might have considered forgiving him for his disrespect to gods of destruction. After all, Champa really couldn't bear to kill such a fighting genius who can make superfood. But now, there is no room for recovery. This guy despised the majesty of the gods of destruction. Even if he wanted to, he must be killed. However, just when Vados wanted to say something more, suddenly Broly's voice came from behind her. Champa, don't get complacent too early. I haven't lost yet. And at this moment, Broly stood up suddenly. At this moment, Broly's injuries seemed to be more than half healed, and even his breath became calmer. And this is all thanks to the system. Just now, Broly successfully completed the option content and received the system reward. Chuanchao Saiyan 4th level. What? Is this guy a monster? After suffering such a serious injury, he can still stand up again. Gods of Destruction, Champa looked horrified at Broly, who stood up again, with a huge mouth. Seeing this scene, Angel Vados also showed a shocked expression. She was also very puzzled. Broly, who was seriously injured and unable to move just now, suddenly recovered more than half of it. The reward came at the right time. Chuanchao Saiyan's 4th level. Now let me see how strong your strength is. Ha. Accompanied by roars, the aura on Broly's body began to soar rapidly. At the same time, his body seemed to be in some kind of great pain. A heart-piercing roar came from his throat. The golden lightning around the body became more violent, and Broly's energy increased geometrically. Kilala, lightning is still flickering, and Broly's energy is still expanding. In the next second, Broly roared out again. Advertisement, and the moment the sound came out, it seemed that the entire 6th universe trembled. Boom! The power in Broly's body was like a vast ocean, venting out of his body in an instant. The powerful energy directly set off a gust of wind, and everything around was blown away. But Broly still had a grim and painful face. He felt that every inch of skin in his body was burned, and a huge and pure energy was constantly tempering his body. Roar, finally, there was a roar like a beast. Then Broly's body emitted a dazzling golden light. At the same time as the roar came out, Broly's body also changed. The chest continued to rise and fall, and finally turned directly into a golden giant ape with a height of more than 10 meters. Are you kidding me? This guy turned into a monkey? Gods of Destruction Champa's eyes widened, disbelief written all over his face. He never expected that Broly, who was severely injured by himself, turned into a gorilla at this moment. And most importantly, this gorilla actually has a stronger ki than himself. Vados, what the hell is going on here? Champa frowned, looked at Vados aside, and asked, I don't know either, Lord Champa. Angel Vados was also at a loss, and it was the first time she encountered such a situation. But one thing is certain, after becoming a great ape, Broly's strength has been greatly improved. Whispering sound, whatever, even if you become a monkey, I won't forgive you. After finishing speaking, Gods of Destruction Champa directly blasted the energy ball in his hand towards Broly, who turned into a golden giant ape not far away. Call out! However, Broly, who had turned into a golden giant ape, seemed to have noticed it a long time ago. His huge body quickly jumped up and easily dodged Champa's attack. How is it possible? How could this wild monkey be so fast? Champa said with a completely surprised face. He didn't expect that Broly, who had turned into a giant ape, would not slow down at all due to his size, and even became faster than before. Roar! The golden giant ape Broly roared, and then fired a cannon at Champa. Cut! Pediatric trick. Facing the oncoming energy cannon, Champa shattered it with a punch. However, before he had time to be proud, the giant ape Broly came directly in front of him and grabbed Champa's tail with his big hands. What BD? Champa, who was caught by the pig's tail, immediately became angry and yelled. However, the great ape Broly ignored it all, grabbed Champa's tail, and slammed towards the ground left and right. Boom! 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 Seeing this scene, Vados couldn't hold back even more and burst out laughing. The aloof Lord Gods of Destruction Champa, at this moment, was unexpectedly grabbed by the tail of a giant ape and hugged and threw him continuously. This picture is really a bit comical. P.S. Dear readers, please ask for support, flowers, and evaluation votes. If the evaluation votes exceed 100, we will add more. Please wait for the boss to support you. In addition, the monthly pass is also added. If you have it, you can add it. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 011. Kick and destroy energy. Facing the continuous slamming of the giant ape Broly, Champa was completely angry. A hole. I want you to die. The moment Champa roared, his body was instantly enveloped in purple-black flames. The powerful destructive energy directly knocked Broly back several meters. Besides that, fellow Beerus, you are the first person who dares to humiliate me like this. Go to hell? Champa roared again and immediately rushed towards the great ape Broly. The clenched fist, as if it could tear apart the space, slammed fiercely at the body of the great ape Broly. Snap! However, just a second before Champa's fist was about to hit Broly's body, the great ape Broly slapped him flying. Boom! Champa, who was shot flying, slammed into the ground fiercely, and then directly blasted the ground out of a huge sinkhole. The strength of Gods of Destruction is nothing more than this. Great ape Broly looked at the embarrassed Gods of Destruction Champa and said, and at the moment when the great ape Broly's voice fell, a burst of dazzling golden light suddenly appeared. Then the body of the great ape Broly began to change, and then became the size of a normal human. With the golden light dissipating, Broly reappeared in front of everyone with a brand new attitude. At this moment, his appearance has undergone a huge change. The upper body, which was originally bare-chested, was now covered by a layer of red hair. The black hair has become rougher. The eye sockets have turned red, revealing an evil spirit in the blink of an eye. The most conspicuous thing is a red tail which keeps swinging behind it. At this moment, Broly has already completed a qualitative change. Because what he changed was not only his appearance, the most important thing was the energy in his body that was about to overflow. This energy was huge enough to make the gods tremble. And this is Broly's Chuanchao Saiyan, the fourth order. Unlike Son Goku's fourth order Super Saiyan in the original book, Broly, who passed on the Fourth Order Super Saiyan, is more burly. And what spewed out around his body was not golden flames, but dark green. It made Broly look even more domineering at the moment. It's so powerful. This guy, did he break through in the battle with Master Champa? Angel Vados looked at Broly not far away with a look of surprise. Vados felt that Broly should have surpassed his limit in the battle with Champa. Otherwise, his sudden soaring strength really couldn't be explained. Advertisement, but in the breakthrough of the battle, beyond the limit of oneself. Even Angel Vados has to admit that Broly is indeed a fighting genius. Although the fourth level of Chuanchao Saiyan, most of the external power and aura will be restrained into the body, even making him look weaker than the ordinary Chuanchao form. But the huge power still cannot escape Vados' eyes. So Vados is very sure that Broly's strength at this moment has probably surpassed Gods of Destruction. Is this the fourth level of Chuanchao Saiyan? Broly looked at his own body, unspeakable excitement on his face. This power is really unbelievable. Broly clenched his fist again. He could clearly feel that the fourth level of Chuanchao Saiyan is completely different from the third level of Chuanchao Saiyan. The difference between the two is simply heaven and earth. Passing over Saiyan to the fourth level made Broly feel that his strength had been explosively improved. Gods of Destruction Champa, who flew out of the Tianqing, looked embarrassed at the moment, and even the Gods of Destruction clothing on his body became tattered. Looking at Broly, who had turned back into a human form, Gods of Destruction Champa roared angrily. "Damn BD, I want you to disappear from this world." While speaking, a huge dark purple energy ball appeared in the palm of Gods of Destruction Champa. Gods of Destruction, the majestic sixth universe, has never suffered such humiliation, but today he was held down by a wild monkey on the ground repeatedly, which made Champa extremely angry. And the energy ball in his hand at this moment is not an ordinary energy ball. It is the real destructive energy. He can destroy anything in a universe, and anyone or anything destroyed by the destructive energy cannot be recovered. Even Angel cannot revive a destroyed person, because not only the body of a person destroyed by the destructive power will be destroyed, but even the soul will disappear along with it. Damn wild boy. Remember not to provoke the Gods of Destruction in your next life. Oh, by the way, even the soul of the person who is destroyed by the force of destruction will disappear. So you have no next life. Gods of Destruction, Champa looked at Broly on the ground with a gloomy expression, and then blasted the destructive energy in his hands towards him without hesitation. Call out. Seeing the approaching destructive energy, Angel Vados even planned to intervene in the battle between the two. But Vados finally stopped when she noticed the calm smile on Broly's lips. Instead, he looked at him suspiciously. Does he have a way to deal with Master Champa's attack? However, just when Vados was puzzled, Broly's body flashed out. He rushed directly towards the oncoming destructive energy ball. Then a huge energy gushed out of Broly's body, and finally the energy gathered in the right foot. Boom! Then the huge destructive energy ball was kicked away by Broly and flew towards the universe. What? Seeing this scene, Gods of Destruction Champa opened his mouth wide in shock. His eyes were waiting like copper bells, and his whole face was filled with disbelief. P.S. Ask for support. Ask for a monthly pass. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge. Activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 012. Master Champa, we are completely defeated. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Kick my destructive energy away with your feet. How is this possible? Gods of Destruction Champa's face was full of horror. That is destructive energy that can destroy anything in a universe. It is absolutely impossible for anyone to contend with the power of the most supreme law in the entire universe. But this guy in front of him kicked his destructive energy away with a blunt kick in front of his eyes. Champa couldn't believe what was happening before his eyes. Is he really just a human? Angel Vados also opened his mouth wide at the moment. There was a look of disbelief, though Broly's confident look made Vados think he might have a way of dealing with Lord Champa's destructive energy. But Vados never expected that Broly would kick away the destructive energy in this way. You must know that destructive energy is the most powerful reliance of every gods of destruction, and the power of destructive energy can even easily destroy everything in the universe. But at this moment, a human kicked it flying. This makes Vados, who is an angel, feel extraordinarily magical. Surprise, Champa! Looking at the surprised gods of destruction, Champa, the corner of Broly's mouth curled up. Although the gods of destruction that use the power of destruction is indeed very strong, it still can't make any waves in front of the fourth level of Saiyan, which is his super transcendent. You're so carried away. Wild monkey, don't think that if you block my destructive energy, you can be compared with gods of destruction. Soon I'll tell you how stupid your thinking is. Gods of destruction, Champa clenched his fists and stared at Broly with bloodshot eyes. Although he doesn't know why Broly's strength has suddenly improved so much, but in Champa's view, even if his strength has been improved, he can't be the opponent of gods of destruction. Whether it can be compared with gods of destruction, it doesn't matter if you say it. Come on, let me take a good look at how strong gods of destruction is with all its strength. Broly sneered. Then he made a fighting posture. Good, very good, excellent. Since you were so anxious to die, then I will fulfill you. Champa laughed back angrily, with a very weird smile on his face. Then the purple-black flames around the body became more violent. Boom! As if feeling the anger of gods of destruction, Champa, the sky also rolled with thunder. The surrounding space is full of ripples, and the space around gods of destruction, Champa, was squeezed and deformed by the terrifying energy emanating from him. Master Champa can't continue. If this continues, the sixth universe will not be able to bear it. Sensing that the space of the sixth universe is gradually collapsing, Angel Vados hastily shouted towards gods of destruction, Champa. However, Champa, who was in a fit of anger, couldn't control so much at all, and was still raising his energy crazily. It seems that I have to take action to stop Master Champa. If you let them fight like this, the sixth universe will really collapse first. With that said, Angel Vados is about to stop the gods of destruction, Champa, who is still improving in strength. However, at this moment, a voice suddenly interrupted Vados' movements. Our battle is not over yet, so leave it to me. Almost as soon as the sound fell, Broly's body rushed towards Champa. Broly in Chuanchao Saiyan's fourth order form is so fast that even gods of destruction, Champa, can't see Broly's movements clearly. Okay, so fast. How could this guy be so fast? Champa looked at Broly in shock. But Broly didn't give him time to be shocked, and then punched him out with a no-frills punch. Seeing this, Champa quickly crossed his hands to protect his chest. Boom! Broly wasn't used to his current strength, so he didn't use his full strength for this punch. Advertisement. But even so, his punch still sent gods of destruction, Champa, flying. The mighty force slammed into Broly's entire body through Broly's arm, and Champa's arm in front of his chest smashed into his own chest. Wow, the powerful impact directly made gods of destruction, Champa, spit out a mouthful of blood. Then the whole person ran towards his gods of destruction hall. Boom! After the loud noise, Champa's gods of destruction temple was directly smashed into ruins by his own body. You bloody wild monkey! I will never let you go today. Gods of destruction, Champa wiped away the blood from the corner of his mouth, gritted his teeth, and looked at Broly in midair. Then he clenched his fists. The purple-black energy flames spewed out from his body again, and this time the power emanating from Champa became even greater. Even the ruins of the gods of destruction temple under his feet were blown away by the terrifying energy emanating from Champa at this moment. Wake up, wild monkey! After Champa's voice fell, his body rushed directly to Broly. The speed is very fast, and even an afterimage can be seen on the spot, but his body has already appeared in front of Broly. Then, a punch mixed with destructive energy slammed out. The punch just now made Champa completely aware of Broly's true strength. That is a powerful force, not weaker than gods of destruction. So at this moment, gods of destruction, Champa didn't dare to be careless at all and directly used his destructive energy to the extreme. Come on, Champa! Broly also roared angrily, and then punched out. The moment the fists of the two collided, the space under their feet immediately shattered like glass. The surrounding planets were all torn apart by the waves of this huge energy. After the punch collided, both of them fell back several meters. Then, without any hesitation, the fists of the two collided again. Boom! 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 Every time the fist collides, the space crack in the sixth universe will continue to expand. And Angel Vados frowned even more at this moment. He knew that the sixth universe was about to be overwhelmed. If they attacked 6 times at most, the sixth universe would be completely destroyed. However, just when Vados finally made up his mind to stop the two, Broly's voice came out again. "It's over, Champa. You're defeated," Broly sneered. Then, seizing the gap between Champa's attack, the fist containing violent power blasted out from the front. Click! Click! The fist, lingering with dark green energy flames, moved across the universe space, and the universe space along the way shattered like a mirror. Broly's fist was getting bigger and bigger in Champa's eyes. Champa's pupils shrank suddenly. Next second, puff! Broly's fist slammed into Champa's face hard. Champa's face was instantly deformed by Broly's fist. Call out! With this punch, Broly didn't hold back at all, and directly sent Champa flying. Boom! 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 Champa's body flew upside down along the universe. Along the way, all the stars were smashed and exploded, resulting in a super planet explosion. Super planet explosions are like gorgeous universe fireworks, blooming one by one. Gods of Destruction Champa, who had smashed tens of thousands of planets all the way, also passed out completely at this moment. At this moment, Champa is covered in injuries, and he can't be associated with the aloof gods of destruction at all. Lord Champa, you are completely defeated. Felu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 013. Vados retention. Staying in the sixth universe? Poor Master Champa, looking at the gods of destruction Champa, who passed out completely. Angel Vados sighed helplessly. Although Mrs. Champa is usually lazy, it's really hard to like it. But seeing you being beaten into a pig's head, Vados is still very sad. After speaking, the angel staff in Vados' hand tapped the ground, and then a blue energy ball wrapped Champa's body. The energy is exhausted, and the injury is serious. It is estimated that Master Champa will be asleep for a while this time. But Vados thinks this is a good thing. After all, Master Champa is too lazy. Even his total amount of exercise in the past tens of thousands of years may not be as large as the amount of exercise he is fighting against Broly today. Mr. Broly, I apologize on behalf of Master Champa. I brought you to the sixth universe without your permission before. It's really my fault with Master Champa, but Master Champa has also been beaten like this by you. How about letting this matter go? Coming in front of Broly, Angel Vados spoke very politely. Although Broly destroyed the world of gods of destruction badly and knocked Lord Champa unconscious, Vados didn't hate Broly. On the contrary, Vados thinks that Broly is a rare talent. Not only has a strong combat effectiveness, but also cooking skills are not to mention. This makes Vados very fond of Broly. And this also makes Vados feel that the reason for all this is because Master Champa's attitude is too arrogant. If Mr. Champa explained this matter well, maybe they're already tasting the super food made by Mr. Broly at this moment. No problem. Broly nodded slowly, accepting Vados' apology. Anyway, I didn't suffer any disadvantages. Not only did I greatly improve my strength in this battle with Champa, but I even mastered the 4th level power of Chuanchao Saiyan. It can be said that Broly is simply making money, so he gladly accepted Vados' apology. That would be great. Seeing Broly agree, Angel Vados immediately smiled. Then she continued, Mr. Broly, when you were fighting Lord Champa just now, I noticed that your ki was not stable. It seems that you still can't completely control the huge power in your body. Why don't you stay in the 6th universe temporarily? I can help you completely control the power in your body. Of course, if you want to learn Master Champa's destructive power, I can help you too. After Angel Vados finished speaking, he looked into Broly's eyes expectantly. For Broly, a man who is not only powerful, but also can make superfood. Vados is not going to let it go easily, because her stomach has been completely conquered by the food made by Broly. Vados feels that the food in the sixth universe is simply inferior compared to the food made by Broly, so she must keep Broly by her side. However, Broly smiled disdainfully at Vados' words. I just mastered the 4th level power of Chuanchao Saiyan. It is normal for my breath to be unstable. As long as I give myself time to practice a little bit, I can fully master it. As for the power of destruction, although it is tempting for Broly, Broly knows that it is definitely not that easy to learn the power of destruction. If he couldn't survive in the universe, then Broly might agree to Vados without hesitation, but now his blood defect has been completely repaired by the system. Don't worry about not being able to survive in the universe at all. So Broly felt that there was no reason for him to stay here. However, just when he was about to refuse, the system's notification tone suddenly sounded. Advertisement ding. Faced with the invitation of Angel Vados, the host is asked to make a choice. Option 1. Decline Vados' invitation and leave the 6th universe. Reward: 100 times gravity chamber. Option 2. Accept Vados' invitation and stay in the 6th universe. Bonus: unlimited instant transmission. Unlimited instant transmission. Looking at the selection rewards given by the system, Broly was overjoyed. Instant transmission is a magical skill. Although I don't know what this unlimited instant transmission is about, my intuition tells Broly that the unlimited instant transmission rewarded by the system must be better. And the 100x gravity chamber is nice, but pales in comparison to the unlimited instant transmission amount. In the end, Broly chose 2 without hesitation, accepted Vados' invitation, and stayed in the 6th universe. Have you thought about it, Mr. Broly? Seeing that Broly hadn't spoken, Vados became a little anxious. She didn't want Broly to leave her, so that she would never be able to eat delicious barbecue again. Even Vados has already figured out that if Broly dares to refuse, then she must let the other party stay by her side, no matter how forceful she is. Are you sure you can help me cultivate the power of destruction? Broly didn't respond to Vados' words, but asked rhetorically. Although he knew that it would not be that easy to master the power of destruction, but if he could really master the power of destruction, then Broly would naturally not refuse. Broly didn't give a damn if that guy Champa would be mad at staying in the 6th universe. If I can beat him once, I can beat him a second time. If Champa is dissatisfied, Broly doesn't mind giving him another lesson and letting him know about the 6th universe. Whoever decides in the future. Of course not, Mr. Broly. As long as you are willing to stay in the 6th universe, I will naturally teach you how to cultivate the power of destruction. Seeing that Broly intends to stay, Vados immediately nodded excitedly. I'm already looking forward to a better life in the future. That's fine. Since you want me to stay, then I'll stay here for the time being. Broly shrugged nonchalantly. In fact, my heart has blossomed with joy. Unlimited instant transmission. With this ability, I can travel freely between different planets like Son Goku. It's great. I can eat delicious things in the future. It's really something to celebrate. Vados was so excited that he almost jumped up, but after thinking that Master Champa was still seriously injured and unconscious, he calmed down. Master Champa, please sleep a little longer. Looking at gods of destruction Champa in a coma, Vados said helplessly. Although with her power, Champa's wounds could be healed in an instant, but Vados did not do that. Because under the current circumstances, Lord Champa, who has recovered, will definitely fight with Mr. Broly. And that is obviously not what Vados wants to see. So she's going to let Champa heal naturally, so he can get more sleep. And Vados can be clean for a while. Oh, it's such a headache to have to repair these damaged places next. Looking at the messy gods of destruction world, Vados sighed helplessly. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge. Activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 014. Powerful unlimited instant transmission. After living in the 6th universe for 2 months, Broly has thoroughly figured out the purpose of the unlimited instant transmission rewarded by the system. There are currently 2 known instant transmissions in the world of Dragon Ball. The first is the instant transmission of the Yadra stars. That is, Son Goku's instant transmission. This kind of instant transmission can move from one place to another without any path or time consuming. However, this kind of instant transmission has a disadvantage. That is, you must feel the ki of the person at the target location before you can transfer to the corresponding location. That is to say, this trick cannot go where no one is. If it weren't for this, Son Goku wouldn't have taken Cell to the Wampa Planet at the beginning, and King Kai was killed by Cell in the end. The second type of instant transmission is the instant transmission mastered by Supreme Kai Asin's entourage, Jebit. His instant transmission can directly reach any planet in the universe without any restrictions, but it cannot be accurately transferred to someone's side. It can be simply understood that Son Goku's instant transmission is used to find people. As long as you find the ki of the corresponding person, Son Goku can reach the place where the ki is. But Jebit's instant transmission can be directly transferred to the desired planet and place, and cannot be accurately transferred to a certain person. However, the unlimited instant transmission rewarded by the system shocked Broly, because my own instant transmission not only fully fuses the characteristics of the instant transmission of Son Goku and Jupiter, but also can be used across universes. That is to say, the current Broly does not need to travel through blocks, and can leave the 6th universe in an instant by using instant transmission and transfer to any location in the 12 universes. At first, Broly felt unbelievable. But after his experiments, he found that it was true. Not only could his instant transmission go to any place in the universe, but he even went to Broly, the Earth outside the universe, many times. In the half-month of living in the 6th universe, Broly has also transferred to the Earth for purchases many times. Although I do know how to make a lot of delicacies, it is really difficult for Broly to find the corresponding ingredients in the 6th universe. But fortunately, his instant transmission can directly transfer himself to the Earth, which also makes the process of making delicious food for Broly a lot easier. And within half a month, Angel Vados was completely conquered by the food made by Broly. Because of the relationship of instant transmission, the food produced by Broly is almost the same, and there are new tricks every day. As for Gods of Destruction Champa, he also woke up a month ago. Although Champa woke up and clamored for a fight with Broly, but thinking of the tragedy of being beaten by Broly last time, and Vados persuading him, Champa ended up simply fighting Broly for 2 rounds. After seeing no benefits, he had no choice but to give up, and every time Vados finishes eating the delicacies made by Broly, he will pack the leftovers to Champa. Champa refused at first. Gods of Destruction of the 6th universe himself. These 2 guys are so over the top. Let themselves eat their leftover food. But then, Champa couldn't bear it anymore, because compared to the unpalatable food in the 6th universe, the leftover food of the 2 Vados was simply too delicious. Even the current Champa regrets his original decision. If only he hadn't fought that guy, not only would he not have to lose face, but he could also eat fresh food made by Broly every day. But it's too late to regret now, and he can only pray every day Vados brought him food earlier. Advertisement Vados. How does the colorful macaron taste today? Broly looked at Angel Vados with a smile and said flatteringly, "Yeah, sweet but not greasy. Not only looks very cute, but also tastes very delicious." Vados covered his cheeks and commented with satisfaction. When Broly saw this, he even said, "Then today, can you teach me the trick of mastering the power of destruction?" Of course, there is no problem with this, but it is very difficult to master the power of destruction. So don't worry too much. Master Champa learned the power of breaking words for thousands of years before mastering it. Vados explained while watching Broly with a grin while tasting the food. You've said this set of rhetoric no less than 10 times. Broly looked at Angel Vados helplessly. Although helpless, he was not angry. Vados is really greedy, but after 2 months of getting along, Broly thinks that Vados is actually very good. Regardless of his age and skin color, Vados is definitely a goddess. Whether it is appearance or figure, it is impeccable. It is absolutely impossible to say that the average man has no interest in Vados. It's just that Vados is an angel, giving people a sense of distance that can be seen from a distance but not played with, so no one has the guts to hit her. And Broly is a young man, and after being trapped in Wampa for these years, and after getting along with him for these 2 months, he naturally has a great affection for Vados. In the 2 months of the 6th universe, although Vados taught him to practice the power of destruction every day, Broly has not touched the threshold yet. And this also caused Broly to fall into suspicion for a while. Could it be that his body is not suitable for cultivating the power of God because of the super powerful Chuanchao bloodline? Otherwise, it shouldn't take so long to touch the threshold of destruction with my own talent. Too much. Vados, you two are too much. Gods of Destruction. Champa looked at the various delicacies on the table in front of Vados and Broly. Champa was going crazy. He was starving, and these two guys were eating and drinking, which made Champa extremely angry. Then Champa didn't care how much it was and directly stepped forward to grab a honey duck neck and stuffed it into his mouth. It's so delicious. He just chewed it lightly twice, and after shaking Champa's body left and right for a long time, he finally let out a sharp cry like an OM. Champa, I don't seem to agree. Let you have dinner together? Broly looked at Gods of Destruction Champa, narrowing his eyes slightly. Gods of Destruction Champa was a little overwhelmed by the aura of calm and prestige. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 015. Make Beerus feel hopeless as hell. TCH, what if I eat it? Don't forget, this is the Gods of Destruction world of my 6th universe. Gods of Destruction. Champa took a deep breath, then raised his head and looked at Broly fiercely. However, because of his height, he could only look up at Broly, which also made the scene funny. Okay, as long as you can beat me, you can eat any of these foods. Broly looked down at Gods of Destruction Champa. A smile couldn't help but appear on the corner of his mouth. It's been a while since a fight, and Broly is eager for another sweaty fight. Arrogant wild boy. Don't think that I, Champa, am really afraid of you. Today I must let you know that I am the real master of this universe. Champa gritted his teeth at Broly's words. With a roar, his body burst out in an instant. The speed was very fast, and it arrived in front of Broly almost in a moment. Then a punch went straight out, and Broly didn't hesitate, and immediately changed into the Super Saiyan form. However, with just a light side of the body, Champa's fist was dodged. Champa, your speed is too slow. Broly smiled and continued to challenge. These 2 months of training have allowed him to completely master the power of Chuanchao Scion's 4th level, and this has also greatly improved Broly's basic combat effectiveness. So even though Broly is only passing Scion to the 1st level at the moment, his strength and speed are still very strong. Cut! You wild boy! Champa clenched her teeth angrily. Although he didn't want to admit it, Champa knew very well in his heart that he was indeed no match for Broly. But even so, he couldn't easily lose face of Gods of Destruction. Then Champa continued to attack, and his fists launched a crazy attack on Broly's body like a storm. Call out! Call out! Call out! Fist shadows were like raindrops, blasting towards Broly's body. But even so, his attack still had little effect on Broly. The blown fist was either dodged by Broly or resisted by Broly with his fist. Can't hurt Broly at all. And this kind of attack also cost him a lot of physical strength, but it failed to achieve any effect. Hoo-hoo! After blasting tens of thousands of punches in a row, Champa still failed to hurt Broly at all, and even made himself panting from exhaustion. Champa, I still have to practice. Broly suddenly smiled at Champa. However, at the same time as Champa's fist blasted, Broly's body dodged his attack for an instant, and then punched Champa's abdomen with a straight punch. Wow! Advertisement, a mouthful of sour water spat out of Champa's mouth. Champa's feet rubbed against the ground for hundreds of meters before he stabilized his body. Is he a monster? This BD's strength has actually improved again. Champa clutched his abdomen. His face was extremely ugly. Through the short fight just now, Champa feels that Broly's strength has improved again. The food is getting cold, Mr. Champa, Mr. Broly. In order to prevent the two from improving their strength and continuing to fight, Angel Vados suddenly spoke to the two of them. Cut. Champa snorted coldly, then withdrew the energy release from his body. Although he really wanted to rub Broly on the ground, Champa knew that he didn't have that strength at all. Now he is not Broly's opponent at all. If he continues to fight, there will be no other results except losing face. So Champa took advantage of the opportunity to go down the donkey, and then came to the dining table to taste the delicious duck neck. I'm in a good mood today, so even if you lose, I can agree with you to enjoy the food. Broly didn't refuse to let Champa eat with him. After all, seeing that Champa has been completely surpassed by him, Broly is naturally very happy. Whispering sound. However, Gods of Destruction Champa didn't reply, just glanced at Broly with a resentful expression, and then continued to bury his head in cooking. He felt that these delicious foods seemed to heal the pain in his heart. After tasting these delicacies, he was not as depressed as before. On the contrary, I am in a good mood. There was an expression of enjoyment on the whole person's face. Although this guy is really annoying, but the food he made is really not annoying, and this guy is so powerful. I don't know if Beerus will go crazy if he knows that he has kidnapped such a genius from his universe. Yee yee yee, Champa thought to himself while tasting the food. Master Champa, why does your expression look so wretched? Are you planning something sinister? After Angel Vados noticed Champa's weird expression change, he immediately said with a look of disdain. She knew Champa too well. Once Master Champa showed such a wretched expression, then he must be planning some bad idea. Humph! Vados, you still know me? I suddenly thought of a fun thing, counting it all together. It's been a long time since the food competition with that guy Beerus ended last time. This time I'm going to challenge that Beerus guy again. I'm going to make Beerus feel the despair of hell and let him admit that our geographical universe is the real food kingdom. Twitter, Champa explained with a sinister smile. P.S. The data is too sluggish. Does anyone still watch it? If anyone reads it, you can comment or vote for free flowers and evaluation votes. Thank you for your support. Felu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time, August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 016. Broly's choice. How about Vados? Isn't my plan perfect? Champa looked at Angel Vados proudly and said. However, instead of being praised by Vados, Champa received Vados' eyes. So how does Lord Champa plan to defeat Lord Beerus? I don't think Don Donyo's eggs are so delicious, Vados said with a flat face. Before tasting Broly's delicacies, she might think that Don Donyo's eggs taste good, but now Vados has no appetite for that kind of thing at all. Who said you're going to use stuffed eggs? Broly is here. Just ask him to cook 2 delicacies, and he will definitely win. Champa looked at Broly beside him, then raised his chin very confidently. He is very confident in the delicacies produced by Broly, and he feels that as long as Broly agrees, then their 6th in universe will definitely beat the 7th universe in this food competition. Forehead, Master Champa, you should give up on this idea. I don't think Mr. Broly will agree. Vados shook her head, although she also felt that as long as there was Broly, their 6th universe would definitely beat the 7th universe in terms of food. But Vados didn't think Broly would agree to such a request. Likewise, Vados doesn't want Broly to enter the food competition. After all, he is not a member of his 6th universe. If he doesn't want to come back after reaching the 7th universe, then Vados will never be able to eat these delicacies again. So Vados doesn't want to lose the big for the small. Damn it, Vados, you know how to hit me. Champa pouted dejectedly. Then he looked at Broly, who had been silent at the side, and then said, Boy, as long as you help me make the most delicious food in the world and defeat that guy Beerus, I won't care about our grievances before. Not only that, but I can also make you a Gods of Destruction backup for my 6th universe, and teach you Gods of Destruction in person. How do you think about it? Champa's words are very sincere, and it can be seen that he is not just talking, but serious. Because Champa knew that if there were no accidents, he would have no chance against Broly. This guy is not only powerful, but also talented. Even after fighting him every time, Champa can feel that Broly's strength will be improved accordingly. So Champa simply gave up the idea of teaching Broly a lesson. Wouldn't it be better for him to be his successor? And with Broly's strength and talent, coupled with the support of Angel Vados, It's only a matter of time before he becomes Gods of Destruction's backup. In that case, he might as well be a favor, so that he might be able to eat fresh food made by Broly every day in the future. Master Champa, are you serious? Hearing this, Vados showed a surprised expression. Unexpectedly, Mr. Champa, who has always been small-minded, would be willing to make such a concession this time, which Vados did not expect at all. But thinking that Broly might be able to replace Master Champa in the future and become the future Gods of Destruction of the 6th universe, Vados even wanted Champa to step down as soon as possible. Advertisement Twitter. I, Lord Champa, have always been generous. Champa crossed her arms and said triumphantly, "What do you think, kid? I'm very sincere." Seeing that Broly hadn't responded, Champa asked again with some urgency. Still, Broly didn't respond. That's right. He is waiting. The previous two systems were only triggered when faced with a choice, so Broly thinks that the system will be triggered at this moment with a high probability. However, just as Broly thought, the system's notification sounded again. Ding! Facing Gods of Destruction Champa's request, the host please make a choice. Choice 1. Make gourmet food to help Champa win the gourmet competition. Reward: the power of destruction. Option 2. Refuse to help Champa. Reward: 20 times no side effects Kaioken. Looking at the two options given by the system, Broly was stunned. The power of destruction. No side effects Kaioken. The power of destruction is the core of destructive energy, and mastering the power of destruction is equivalent to mastering the power of destruction. However, 20 times without side effects Kaioken is also very strong, because he can increase your strength by 20 times in an instant. Of course, the most important thing is that it has no side effects. It is equivalent to making one's own strength 20 times stronger at the limit of one's own strength. And these two options made it difficult for Broly for a while, because he wants both, but he can only choose one. After thinking for a moment, Broly took a deep breath and chose the power of destruction without hesitation. Because in the current time period, I will definitely meet Son Goku and Vegeta when I enter the 7th universe, and I can naturally have a little fierce battle with them at that time. As a veteran Dragon Ball fan, Broly naturally has a great affection for the two, so he is also looking forward to a battle between the two. There is another reason why Broly did not choose Kaioken with 20 times no side effects. That is, he is not sure whether he can use Kaioken on the basis of Chuanchao Saiyan. The form of Super Saiyan should not be able to use Kaioken. If you know the boss, you can leave a message to discuss it. If you can use it, it will naturally greatly improve your strength. But if you can't use it, obviously this ability will become very tasteless. So Broly pondered for a long time, and finally chose the power of destruction. Fine. For your sincerity, I will naturally make the most delicious food to help you win. Seeing Champa's nervous expression, Broly raised the corner of his mouth slightly and said with a smile, Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 017. Vados in love, you actually just agreed so easily? Champa looked at Broly in disbelief. Originally, Champa also had the attitude of giving it a try. It would be best if Broly agreed, and if the other party refused, it was justified. After all, the relationship between the two is not very good, even very bad. But Champa didn't expect that Broly would agree so readily. What? Do you want me to refuse? Looking at the surprised Champa, Broly said in a somewhat indifferent tone. The reason why he agreed to Champa was entirely because of the system rewards, and it had nothing to do with the conditions Champa just offered. Gods of Destruction backfill? To be honest, Broly is really not rare, and he can immediately gain the power of destruction. Being Gods of Destruction is no different for Broly. Of course not, and you have promised me just now. You can't go back on your word. This time, I must let Beerus know that our 6th universe is the real food kingdom. Champa looked at Broly excitedly, as if he was afraid that the other party would regret it. Seeing Broly didn't seem to regret it, Champa laughed proudly and let out a pig cry. Twitter. See, Vados, I knew Broly would agree. This time, our 6th universe will definitely defeat the 7th universe. Hearing that Broly agreed to his request, Champa jumped up for joy. Because he has held many food competitions with Beerus before, although the food on both sides is not that good, but Beerus is always slightly better. And this naturally made Champa very unconvinced. But now it's different. With the super food made by Broly, their sixth universe will definitely be able to completely abuse the seventh universe. This time, he must convince Beerus that their sixth universe is the real gourmet kingdom. Master Champa, as long as you are happy. Looking at the gods of destruction Champa, who looked like a villain, Vados didn't bother to pay any attention to it. After confirming the time to go to the seventh universe, Broly started to prepare the ingredients. In order to reward the system, he had to take out the delicious food of Pishing bucket noodles. Although Broly thinks that any food he prepares will definitely taste better than barrel noodles. But he won't take it lightly. After all, bucket noodles are very impressive, and if you don't eat them for a long time, they're even more delicious than delicacies from mountains and seas. But if you eat 2 buckets in a row, it will make you sick and even want to vomit. Vados, I still lack some ingredients for the food I want to make. Would you like to accompany me to find it? Broly glanced at Vados, then invited with a smile. Although Broly has unlimited instant transmission, any food and ingredients you want can be instantly transferred to the Earth for purchase. But Broly doesn't want to reveal the secret of his instant transmission, and letting Vados, a beautiful woman, accompany him to find delicious food can also enhance his relationship a little. No problem. Speaking of which, I also want to learn how to make delicious food. Vados nodded directly to Broly's invitation. Advertisement then, Broly and Vados began to search for related ingredients on various planets in the sixth universe. After working for a long time, I finally found all the ingredients I needed. I don't know what kind of food I can eat this time. It's really exciting. Vados looked at the hard-earned ingredients and said expectantly, Broly can always bring her a small surprise in terms of food. And this time it is going to compete with the seventh universe. So Vados feels that the food prepared by Broly this time will definitely be more special. After Vados left, Broly directly used instant transmission to transfer to Earth, and then went to a 5-star restaurant to carefully select. Although Broly is very confident in his cooking skills, the outcome of the food competition is related to the rewards of the system after all, so he must ensure that he wins. Finally, after Broly's selection, I finally chose sushi meatballs, wingtip soup with abalone sauce, dompa pork, sweet and sour pork tenderloin, snowflake beef with lemon juice. Of course, Broly also prepared a lot of iced Fat House happy water and returned to the sixth universe satisfied after the preparation was complete. After Broly put these delicacies in front of Angel Vados, Vados stared straight. It was the first time he had seen so many delicacies, and most importantly, these delicacies not only tasted attractive, but also looked very attractive, placed there like pieces of art. That, Mr. Broly, can I have a taste first? Vados said with some embarrassment. Although she also knows that this is not good, Mr. Broly worked hard to make these things in order to meet the competition with the seventh universe. But she just can't control her mouth. After all, these delicacies are too lethal for a big foodie like her. Although these can't be eaten by you, I have prepared something else for you. As he spoke, Broly directly took out the prepared mousse cake. He knew that Vados, a big foodie, would definitely not be able to resist wanting to taste the delicious food in advance. In order not to affect his plan, Broly prepared a mousse cake in advance. Wow, this smells so good. Did Mr. Broly give it to me? Vados is really touched. After receiving the mousse cake, Vados showed a touched expression. Similarly, my affection for Broly has also deepened a lot. Then I happily tasted the mousse cake. A moment later, Gods of Destruction, Champa, also rushed over. Champa swallowed even more excitedly after seeing the delicacies prepared by Broly that were like works of art. Although he also wants to taste the taste of these delicacies now. But he endured it. Anyway, it's all my own, and I'll taste it after I get to the seventh universe. Now that you're ready, put them away quickly, or the taste will be bad later. Champa reminded with a serious face. Understood, Lord Champa. It is said that Vados said that these delicacies were stored in his staff space. Inside, it can ensure that the texture and taste of the food will not change to the greatest extent. After putting away the delicious food, Vados took out the shuttle box and took Broly and Champa to the 7th universe. Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time, August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 018. Shock Vegeta, its Saiyan. 7th universe, Gods of Destruction realm. At this moment, there are 3 familiar figures on the Gods of Destruction world. That's right. The 3 are Son Goku Vegeta and Angel Whis from the 7th universe. The black tea that Bulma gave me tastes really top-notch. Angel Whis took a sip of the black tea, showing an expression of enjoyment. At this time, Son Goku and Vegeta were wearing special gravity suits. Their faces were covered with sweat, and they were doing push-ups with their thumbs. At this moment, the distance to 50,000 push-ups is close at hand, but the 2 of them are already sweating profusely. It's just a piece of clothing that has a higher artificial gravity load than the latest training room Bulma invented. Damn heavy. After Vegeta saw that Son Goku beside him had done 50,000 push-ups, he also became impatient, although he really wanted to surpass Son Goku immediately. But the powerful load of the gravity suit made it difficult for him to maintain his body balance. Oh, not bad. You 2 are getting used to this dress a lot. Whis looked at the 2 with a satisfied smile. However, at this moment, a stream of light flashed by. Rumble. Then there was a harsh roar in the distance, and then the ground of the entire Gods of Destruction world shook. And Son Goku's center of gravity was even more unstable, and they all fell to the ground. Wow! What happened? Looking at the direction of the explosion, Son Goku and Son Goku looked puzzled. Really, Master Champa, they always come running suddenly. Whis frowned slightly, looked in the direction of the distant explosion, and sighed helplessly. But soon Whis discovered that besides his sister Vados and Gods of Destruction Champa, the person who came this time was actually a human being. It's actually the same Saiyan as Son Goku and the others. Could it be Sister Vados' new apprentice? Whis touched his chin suspiciously. But you should know later. Huh? Is someone coming over there? Hearing this, Son Goku said with a puzzled face. Boom! However, at this moment, a sudden explosion sounded from Beerus' palace in the distance. Then Beerus came out angrily in his pajamas and completely awake. How many times have I said it? Don't disturb me when I'm taking a nap. Beerus looked at Son Goku and the 2 and roared angrily. Obviously, they took the shock just now as the result of Son Goku. Don't you think we did it? It seems to be misunderstood. Vegeta and Son Goku both had fear on their faces at the moment, because they knew how horrible things would happen if they disturbed this adult's sleep. Wait, Master Beerus, please listen to our explanation. Before Son Goku could explain, an energy ball blasted towards them. Boom! The 2 people who were blown away by the energy ball hadn't stabilized their bodies, and then more energy balls were ushered in. Boom! Violent explosions echoed throughout the Gods of Destruction world. At this time, not far from the 7th universe Gods of Destruction Hall, 3 figures who love you appear. These 3 are exactly Broly and Vados Champa. Actually, it can land closer and more gracefully. Master Champa insists on making such a big noise. It's no wonder Lord Beerus doesn't welcome you. Looking at the big hole on the ground, Angel Vados said helplessly, there is a reason why Mr. Champa is not likable, so why make such a big fuss when he comes here? Snort! What do you know? The protagonist should make a grand debut with great fanfare. Champa smiled indifferently. Wait, Beerus. I'll show you the pain of eternal pain. Twitter. Champa showed an extremely treacherous smile on his face. I don't know how long I've been suppressed by that guy Beerus, but this time I will definitely win Beerus. This is the Gods of Destruction world of the 7th universe. It is exactly the same as in the original book, a palace like a big purple tree. But the owners of those 2 auras should be Son Goku and Vegeta. It's lucky that they are both here. Advertisement Broly looked around and said to himself, although it is impossible for Son Goku and Vegeta to be his opponents at the moment, Broly is still looking forward to these 2 protagonists in the Dragon Ball world. Moreover, Son Goku and Vegeta can defeat Broly through fusion in the original book, so this makes Broly look forward to the battle with them even more. A few minutes later, the three of them arrived outside the gate of the Gods of Destruction Hall. Knocking on the door has to be lively, right? The corner of Champa's mouth raised, and then he stretched out his palm, and a purple energy ball instantly condensed in his palm. Vados, let's stay away. Broly seemed to think of something, and then spoke to Vados. Well, it's true. Master Champa is not reliable at all. If you get too close to him, bad things will definitely happen. Vados nodded, and then directly opened a barrier to wrap himself and Broly in it. The result was just 1 second before Champa was about to blast out the energy ball. Boom! The door was directly blasted from the inside by a huge energy, and then a big tree flew out by rubbing Champa's face. And Champa's whole body rolled and crawled and was not far away. For a moment, the whole person was ashamed, and he couldn't see his face clearly. Then a figure quickly flew out from the back door. And this figure is none other than Gods of Destruction Beerus of the 7th universe. At this moment, he is in pajamas, looking for Son Goku and Vegeta to vent his anger about getting up. Gods of Destruction Beerus? Is he the strongest among the 12 Gods of Destruction? Broly looked at Broly in midair, and the desire to fight was kindled in his heart. Although they didn't fight each other, Broly could feel the huge and thick energy in Beerus. This is nothing Champa can compare. Hey, Goku, Vegeta, where are you two hiding? Get out! Beerus yelled, looking left and right. Hey, Beerus! Champa called out to Beerus. So it's here. After hearing the sound, Beerus quickly condensed the energy ball, facing the direction of Champa, and violently blasted it. It hurts, Beerus. What the hell are you doing, kid? Are you trying to kill me? Champa yelled with a dark face while dodging Beerus' attack. Is that how you welcome me, Beerus? After seeing Beerus calm down, Champa crossed his arms and asked angrily, Who are you? Beerus glanced at Champa, but because of Champa's disheveled relationship at the moment, he didn't recognize him immediately. Whispering sound, UBD, stop pretending. I'm Champa. Champa shouted angrily. Lord Champa, you'd better wipe your face quickly. It's no wonder Master Beerus can't recognize you with your appearance. At this moment, Vados handed Champa a towel and said, and Champa quickly wiped his face, revealing his original appearance. Oh, it's Champa. You don't stay in your own 6th universe. What are you doing here suddenly? Beerus frowned slightly and said with displeasure. At this moment, he also understood that he had wronged Son Goku and the others, and the person who disturbed his sleep must be Champa in front of him. Twitter, Beerus. Of course I came this time to let you taste the pain of eternal doom. Facing Beerus' question, Champa showed another treacherous smile. Cut. You fat pig say that every time, but that time it wasn't defeated by my 7th universe's delicious food. Don't waste your time. Beerus glanced at Champa with disdain. Hey, that Vegeta looks like Lord Beerus. Son Goku, who was hiding in the grass, poked his head out and said, It does look like Master Beerus, who has gained weight. Wait, Kakarot, look at that guy with the tail. Is he Saiyan? After Vegeta looked at Broly not far from Champa, he showed a shocked expression. A human with a tail? Isn't that exactly Saiyan? Feilu's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge activity time. August 10th to August 20th. Advertisement 019. A touch-and-go battle. Vegeta, what are you talking about? Saiyan? Hearing this, Son Goku immediately widened his eyes in surprise. Sure enough, he found the tail behind Broly. A real Saiyan? Are there other Saiyans besides us? Son Goku frowned slightly, and then showed a vigilant expression. Perhaps because of the blood pressure, the moment Son Goku saw Broly, he felt palpitations. He sensed danger in Broly, and it made him very uneasy. He says, just ask about this kind of thing. After speaking, Vegeta walked out of the grass and walked straight to Broly. Hey, wait for me, Vegeta. Son Goku, in his gravity training suit, looks ridiculously wobbly when he walks. Hey, this guy is Saiyan, right? Seeing Saiyan in front of him, who was much taller than him, Vegeta said with a particularly serious face. Broly didn't respond to Vegeta, but quietly looked at Kong Bei and Kong Bei in front of him, with a battle-thirsty look on his face. The moment he saw the two of Kong Bei, the belligerent factor in Broly's body became active, eager to have a sweaty battle with them. Whispering sound. Are you a dumb guy? I'm asking you something? Answer me. Seeing that Broly ignored him, Vegeta immediately got a little angry. Planet Vegeta was destroyed by Frieza a long time ago, and the only Saiyans who survived were him and Son Goku. So what happened to this guy in front of him made Vegeta very concerned. Gods of Destruction Champa on the side naturally noticed this too. Seeing Broly, a small human like Vegeta, dare to question him like this, his expression immediately became gloomy. Although he doesn't like Broly very much, and even hates Broly a little bit. But this time he brought him here after all, and if a small human dares to be so rude, he obviously didn't take his gods of destruction seriously inside. Beerus, who are these two guys? There are no rules at all. Why don't I help you destroy them? As he said that, the body of gods of destruction, Champa, flashed suddenly. The destructive energy condensed at an unknown time, and his hands blasted towards Vegeta and the other two at an extremely fast speed. Broken, destroy energy. Seeing the oncoming destructive energy, Vegeta's eyes widened, and he was stunned. How does this guy use Lord Beerus' destructive energy? However, just a second before the destructive energy was about to hit Vegeta.
No more novels? Take part in the voting. The most requested novels and those with the most likes will be chosen for publication on euroaudiobooks.com. There, I can upload as much as I want without the risk of receiving a strike. Our 18 novels and other content that exceed what is morally acceptable are only published on Patreon or the free novels page. Remember, the site is funded by donations on Ko-fi and Patreon memberships.